Hello, I'm Russell Grossman. I'm the immediate international past chair of IABC, and it's my responsibility to head up the process for the applications for the 2016-17 International Executive Board of IABC. And it's that time of the year when IABC members in good standing are invited to apply to go on the International Executive Board. The International Executive Board comprises 12 people, and 1/3 of the roles come up each year, so we're looking for 4 people who will join in 2016-17. One of these will be the Vice Chair with automatic succession to Chair in 2017-18. Another will be the Secretary-Treasurer. The remaining 2 will be ordinary board members. The Vice Chair and the Secretary-Treasurer often come from within the ranks of the existing ordinary board members. If this does happen, then we're looking for 4 ordinary board members, 2 new ones, and 2 to replace the existing. Now, IABC isn't a 2-bit operation. You'd be joining a board which has a strategic oversight of a $5 million operation with some 20 staff and quite a rich mix of business issues. While IABC is run day to day by an executive director and his team, you'd nevertheless be expected to provide opinion and or solutions to issues as diverse as office relocation to accreditation programs and ethics policy to digital frameworks. This is a 3-year commitment. It does demand time, but you get out at least what you put in terms of building your strategic skills and demonstrating to employers or clients that you've been a non-executive member of a board and have the competence that that stands for. Board members are expected to, and in fact do, attend a 2-hour virtual meeting once a month, usually in the afternoon US time and at corresponding times around the world. These meetings are held at the end of a video link, and most people take them in their office or other place of work. In addition, expect to put 10 days across the year for face-to-face activity. 2 of those are in-person meetings. Those usually last up to a day, and possibly a day and a half. You have to add on to that a day's travel and a day reading or writing the meeting papers, plus a couple of conferences or other IABC events that you will need to be visible at during the year. Now, IABC doesn't expect members to be much out of pocket to the extent that we're able to reimburse airfares to the 2 in-person meetings and a couple of nights each hotel accommodation. Costs above this are your responsibility, but they shouldn't exceed more than $500 a year US or the equivalent. On top of this, you'd need to reckon the cost of any days away from work. This will be a different amount depending on what work you do and whether your employer will support your IABC activity. So what type of person are we looking for here? Well, applications to the board are assessed competitively against published competency criteria. Now you can find these in full on the application form, which is on the IABC website. But in summary, the 6 complementary competency criteria are problem solving, leadership, ethics, global perspective, strategic thinking, and business. Do you have to be an IABC leader to stand a chance to be nominated for the board? Well, to stand for Vice Chair, in all reality, the answer to that question is yes. Although there's no bar as long as you're a member, paid up with your dues and in good standing, it's unlikely that you'd have had the depth of experience if you hadn't been in an IABC leadership position at chapter, at region, or at international level. But for the rest of the positions, that's Secretary-Treasurer and the ordinary board members, then genuinely no. You do not need to have been a chapter or region leader, won a gold quill or been a member for 20 years. I wasn't any of these when I was elected to the board. For ordinary board member and for Secretary-Treasurer, as long as you can demonstrate good evidence on the 5 competencies, then you're in with a chance. So who decides actually whether you do have not just that chance but are nominated for the board? Well, it's not sewn up and it's not a definite. A recommended slate is made by a group which I chair called the Nominations Committee. The committee comprises some members of the IABC Executive Committee as well and the 8 chairs of the IABC regions. But despite appearances, this is not a club to choose people like ourselves. We have a strict mandate to have a board that is both as competent and as diverse as possible, because that's what makes for a strong association. This year's International Board is a good example of that process in action. We have a wide diversity of backgrounds and IABC experiences, as well as where we live and what we do in real life. The board works well together and we get through a lot of stuff. So if you do want to apply, there's that application form that you have to fill in, which is on the IABC website, and there's a 60-second video to make. It's pretty easy to make the video, just shoot it on your phone and upload it. The application form does take a bit longer and it might feel a bit bureaucratic, but it does need to be thorough. So please consider applying. We really do want people who are ordinary members to consider standing for the international leadership, as well as those who have experience of leading at the chapter and region level. And of course I'm available for a chat over whatever medium you may choose. If you want to direct message me, do so please at russell@IABC. That's all one word, russell@IABC. Thanks for listening, thanks for the consideration, and I hope, if appropriate, you feel you will apply. The most important thing is the deadline for all of this is Monday, December the 28th. That's Monday, December the 28th. All applications have to be in by then. Thanks very much.